on this computer. So this is the first time we're just really following the module and what it tells you to do. But again, it can be super confusing because the module doesn't really separate like what the writing assignment is, and they expect you to just kind of figure it out and have it done at the end. So what I did was I broke it down, went through the whole module, pulled out all of the writing assignments and wrote them down so that you would have an easier time following it. Okay. So the main thing I need you to understand is you have until January 20th to write an essay. And that this time, it's the same format as before, of a 5-paragraph essay, but that the essay is based on these 2 stories in the module, okay? So if we go into language arts, let's do that. Into our new language arts. So let's go into language arts, and it should be right at the top of language arts. So when you go into your modules in language arts, it should pop up with module 4 transportation. And at the top of it, I made this little assignment that's mod 4 informational writing. And anytime you're confused about writing, you should come here. So this mod will follow the plan in the module for writing. Your final writing is due Friday, January 20th. Submit using assignment 4.06. If you recall, the last time you submitted an essay, it was 3.06. So sometimes they have it on the 06 assignment, like the 6th lesson. Starting today, you have 3 weeks to plan, write, revise, edit, and publish a 5-paragraph informational piece of writing. They call it an essay. You will use the prompt in the book and the stories in the book to inform the reader about this topic. So here's your prompt. Tracing the Tractor's Legacy and the Car Catalyst, those are 2 stories, discuss 2 different modes of transportation and how they've changed over time. Yes, Mila, did you have a question right now?
Yeah, so I was wondering, could we do something else other than like what the lesson wants us to do, or do we have to do the transportation thing?
Yeah, I've given you choices on everything else, but this time I'd like you to do the transportation thing, and I'll tell you why. I'd like you to learn how to write an essay where you pull the evidence from the text. Okay, so these are both texts that we'll both share, and we know that they're there, and it will be a lot easier for me to check and see if you're able to do that. Using the text, explain how transportation changed the world. So that's what you're writing about, but you have to use the text. Use evidence from the text to support your response. Expectation: in middle school, you'll be expected to manage your own time to produce long-term projects. It will be up to you to know when the project is due and schedule time to work on it bit by bit so you are able to finish on time. I expect you to try and do this during this project. From the time it is assigned until it is due, there's only 1 assignment for you to turn in. But you and I both know that it's due Friday, January 20th, okay? So you guys all know that. Right now, everybody is on schedule to have it done on time. So I'm going to teach live informational writing lessons at 12:20 on all of the things that are covered in the book. So today is this, the assignment and expectations. Then I'll teach how to read something and take notes when you are reading in order to write. So you want to like know what you're writing about, and as you read, you're taking notes on what would be good evidence. Then we're going to talk about the structure of the essay. I kind of showed you that assignment today. We're going to write the introduction in class, like during your breakout time. Body paragraphs, there'll be 3, and how to add facts, evidence. It's a little different than how we did in our opinion-based essays, because there we were adding our own opinion, what we mean, our stories. It was all stuff coming from us. This time, most of the information should come from the stories. Finally, we'll write a conclusion. We'll revise, edit, and publish using assignment 406. And here are the pages in the lesson that teach you the writing. So in lesson 401, the pages 7 through 9 do it. It has the prompt, it has the stories to use. On 402, pages 6 and 7 has the structure of an informational essay. On 403, pages 7 and 8 talks about how to write the introduction. On 404, pages 5 and 6, writing the body paragraph, supporting using text evidence. On assignment 405, page 9 tells you how to write a conclusion. And 406, page 5, how to edit and publish. So if you do not want to come to writing this month, it's all here, but it'll be up to you to find those pages, to be responsible about writing a little bit every day, and you should have the whole thing done. If you wait until the end, what happens is you write a quick essay, and I know that you can do that, but the quality is not as good generally. Questions. I'm going to stop my share. Again, if you want to find this, you go to Language Arts, you go to Modules, and you go to the very first assignment in Mod 4, Informational Writing. Okay. Do I have any questions about the writing assignment? You think you understand it? Okay. So your job today is to go and read the story the first time. So you'll find the story again. If you looked at that assignment in informational writing, actually, you can probably just go to that and then go down, and it says that on page, where does it say the story is? 401, pages 7 through 9, and page 11 has the prompt with the stories to use for evidence. So 401, the lesson that we had for today, pages 7 through 9 and page 11. And I want you to go in and read that story in your breakout room one time. And after you've read it, you can go. I have a book club at 1:30, and then I'll see you guys at 2 for science lesson. But I'm
Wait, what stories do we read? Both of them?
I'll show you. You're just going to read the first story today. Okay. So if you look on the assignment, let's find it right now. So I'm going to share my screen. You guys are going to go into Language Arts. Oops, what does that say? There we go. Language Arts. You're going to go into 401. I think it's on page 11. Let's check and make sure. So Mod 4, you're going to go into 401, the lesson. Go to page 11. Let's see if it's there. Oh,
That's page 6.
there it is. Tracing the tractor's legacy. So if you click on that, does it open or is
No,
it just
it's not. No, it's actually on
Oh,
page
here it is. It is here. But what page is it on, Liam?
It's on page 6.
Page 6. Okay. So you can get to it there, but you can also get to it here on page 6. Tracing the tractor's legacy. This is what we're reading today. Okay. So read it today, look through it, and when you're reading it, be thinking, what in this story is giving me evidence about how tractors have changed over time and how tractors have changed the world? They've done it in a big way. I don't know if you've heard of the Dust Bowl, but the US Dust Bowl was caused by tractors, believe it or not. Okay, if you have any questions, come back to me. After you've read the story, you may go. And I'll see the book club at 1:30. Okay? So make sure.
What module is it?
It's module 4. But if you go right into that, and actually, is Sophia still here or did she head to a breakout room? Sophia, Brianna, stay on here for a minute because I remember that I forgot to show you guys something. I think Sophia just left, actually. She did. Okay. Or she went to breakout room. Oh, there she is. Bree, did I ever show you how to make it read to you? Is she still here? Bree? Hello? Brianna, are you there? Okay. Nora, what's your question?